We're actually just talking in the last few minutes about the reopening and how it sort of impacted business in Hong Kong and, of course, across in mainland China. Clearly, that was the biggest drag across the business in terms of new business. Have you seen that sales, I guess, momentum start to pick up yet?
Yeah, no, we were really pleased with the business in 2022, Heidi. We saw a resilient performance with momentum growing strongly in the second half. In the second half, our value of new business grew actually by 6%, and we've seen encouraging signs already in the first 2 months of 2023. Most importantly here in Hong Kong with the reopening of the border. So we're very optimistic about the future, and we see our multiple growth engines across the region looking really strong for the 2023 year.
When you take a look at the Hong Kong unit sales to mainland, do you think it will regain that pre-pandemic levels that we saw? And how, I guess, how quickly can it get back there?
Yeah, we're fully prepared as the market gears up for the mainland Chinese visitors coming back. You've seen the visitor numbers already increase dramatically in February from January. What's been really good with our business is that we've been able to be resilient through the COVID years. We grew the value of new business to mainland Chinese visitors 3 times last year from a small base, but we have a branch in Macau that grew very strongly. And we've kept our agency force and our infrastructure intact in Hong Kong. So we're extremely well placed for the mainland Chinese visitors and for the border reopening. Very excited.
Do you have enough financial planning advisors? I know that you were planning to hire earlier this year. So where are we at when it comes to new hiring and your sales force?
Yeah, recruitment has been good through the year. And here in Hong Kong, I mentioned the resilience just now. We have about 7,000 agents that are focused on the mainland Chinese visitors. We've actually been able to keep about 3/4 of the ones from before COVID came in the agency force and keeping them active through sales to the domestic segment. And now as the market gears up, we'll see those agents be more active as well. Recruitment hasn't been a challenge for us, yeah.
We have seen a huge repricing of Fed rate hike expectations. How is that affecting both your business in terms of sales, but also investments?
Yeah, our business is a long-term business, Shery. So we operate through cycles. And what our products actually do is they provide customers with security for the long term. They don't have to worry about whether markets go up or down tomorrow, next week, or next month. What they can do is put their money with us, invest in our long-term savings products month on month, and those sums build substantially over the years and provide very good returns to the customers.
Can you look at the sort of levels in terms of new business growth that you expect in mainland China and in Hong Kong over the course of the next year? I guess my question is how quickly you expect that momentum to build now that the reopening is happening, but is there more volatility in terms of how bumpy that economic recovery really is?
Oh, we've seen activity come back strongly since December in mainland China. In fact, our business grew in the first 2 months of the year in mainland China. And we've seen, as I said, strong momentum continue in the mainland Chinese visitor segment in Hong Kong. I should say that, we are a very diversified business. We have a strong ASEAN presence that grew 13% in the second half of the year. And our business in India, another great growth engine, that grew 52% last year. So we see it's not all about China. It's about AIA as a whole and our diversified portfolio.
I was going to ask you about your business in Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia. I know that you have a product mix toward higher margin protection products. So is that where you're seeing the most growth right now?
Yeah, we've seen great growth in ASEAN in the second half. We saw Thailand grew by 19%, Singapore 7%, Malaysia grew by 26%. And we have, as everywhere else, we have great protection products and long-term savings products. There's a bit more unit-linked business in the ASEAN markets that has a slightly better margin. But overall, our margins and our volumes remain very strong, and our VONB remains strong.
What about the impact from, the fluctuations in the currency and where your businesses are?
Yeah, again, the diversity comes into play. And don't forget, our largest business is in Hong Kong, which is, pegged to the US dollar. So the fluctuations impact us year on year, but with the diversity, it's dampened. And if you look over the years since IPO, it averaged out pretty much at zero. So again, a good performance.